Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being here with us. As promised earlier in the episode, we have a very special guest in the studio today. Brown safety D'Anthony Bell joins us for the first time ever on the Dawgs podcast, a player interview. D'Anthony, it's super awesome having you here. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here with us.
And I thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm blessed to be here.
It's super exciting time for you. Picked up by the Browns. I just kind of wanted to ask, why Cleveland? Do you know much about Joe Wood's scheme, and how excited are you just to be a part of the Dog Pound? We kind of have a rich tradition in Cleveland of the Dog Pound, and the fans are crazy. And how excited are you to join that?
I'm very excited, and what made me go with Cleveland was I was at the East-West Shrine game with Coach Howard, the safety coach. So me and him built a real close relationship. So it felt like home, and it was like, hey, we want you here. I'm like, hey. It's like continuing work that I already had started at the East-West Shrine. So it was amazing to get that call.
How excited are you to join a safety room there with some guys who've played at a pretty high caliber in the NFL? Some guys you get to play with, Johnson, Delpit, Harrison. So you're going to get to learn and play with some guys who've played at a pretty high level in this league.
I think that's the best part about it. I get to come in and have some guys that I can look forward to and look and talk to and soak it up like a sponge. When I got those concerns about being there or some problems or any questions, I can ask those guys because they've been in my situation before. So I think it's even better having those guys in the room where I can have somebody to talk to and ask questions. That's
awesome, man. So the draft came and went. How do you keep the woe is me mentality from creeping in and you turn it into a positive going forward? Does it give you a chip on your shoulder to kind of prove to teams what they missed out on and what the Browns are going to get out of you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I definitely got a big chip on my shoulder. I think round 3, it was probably like in the middle. I mean, it was like day 3. It was in the middle of the draft and I was outside working out. I was like, hey, all these teams done passed me. So I got to go get it in. I got to work out because, I was feeling some type of way. But I think it just helped me. It motivated me to do better and come in and, show everybody what I can do. That's
awesome. I mean, I think that's the kind of mentality you have to have. I know, if there was a podcast draft and I didn't get picked, I'd be down in the dumps. So for you to turn that into a positive, I mean, that just shows a lot about your character and the work you're willing to put in. Yeah. We're excited to see that on the field with the Browns. This question actually comes from one of our Patreon members. He asked, who's your favorite player to watch in the NFL, and do you kind of model your game off of anyone?
Favorite player to watch in the NFL? I would probably say Budda Baker because I like his mentality to get to the ball. I like his willingness. He got a big heart. He ain't the biggest player, but his heart shows a lot when it comes to his game. And as far as modeling my game, I wouldn't say I model my game after just one person, but I watch so many different safeties. So I like Derwin James because he's a bigger safety, kind of like myself. We're around the same height, size. I like Budda because of his mentality. I like Marlon Humphrey. I like his ball skills and being able to get the ball out. I watch a lot of people. Ed Reed. I like his ball skills as well. I watch Bob Sanders. Back in the day, the Colts, Bob Sanders. I like his willingness to hit. So I watch a lot of different people try to take a lot of different things to help my game out.
That's awesome. Speaking of, guys who are willing to come up into the box and hit, you actually have the nickname Hitman, and that goes back to your days in college. Why don't you kind of tell us how you got that nickname, how it's followed you, and, just kind of how you got that?
Well, I was at Butler Community College, and we was playing Ellsworth. I remember this game like it was yesterday. So we were playing Ellsworth, and I was a backside safety, and a guy ran a post. And I hit him so hard, I drilled him. And then after that, all my teammates just called me Hitman. And then when I got to West Florida, I kept on making those big hits. And then the name just stuck with me. It just kept going. It's continuing now.
That's awesome. I saw you were, the first player from your team or something to make the NFLPA All-Star game. What was that like going from playing a Division II and then you go to this NFLPA game and you're playing against some of these guys from these larger programs? How did that kind of go, and what was your mentality throughout that process?
First off, it was a big blessing to me because I was being the first one from that school is a huge blessing. I wasn't too much nervous going in because, I came from a junior college and a lot of those kids, they transfer out and go to junior colleges. So I played a lot of higher level guys and I feel like I'm a higher level guy myself. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't go D1 due to grades and stuff. But when I got there, I felt comfortable, at the NFLPA, nobody really caught a ball on me. Nobody really showed me nothing that I felt like I couldn't handle. So I feel like, when I came in, I'm like, hey, they put their jersey on the same way I do. So they got to show me that they better than me. So
no, that's great.
That's a good mentality right there. Yep.
A lot of times the route to making the final roster is on special teams. Do you think experience being a return man as well as your other special teams duties in the past, does it kind of give you a leg up on the competition on some of the other guys trying to make the team with the Browns?
Definitely, I would say so. I think because, as far as my team in West Florida, I was on every special team, and that was as well as being a starter. So I was a starter and the starter on every special team. And I think that's one of the things that I bring to the Browns that will help us out a lot is being able to be a dog on special teams as well, not just on the field and on the defensive side. So I feel like I got the willing and the grit to get on special teams and make plays.
That's awesome. And I think that gives you a huge leg up on a lot of people. Some of these guys, they probably never even played special teams, maybe since high school.
Right.
So for you to come in and be well-versed, do you have a preference? Do you prefer kickoff team laying the wood, or do you like returning the kicks? What do you kind of prefer?
I kind of like both. I definitely like both, but I would probably say kickoff because I like hitting for sure.
Well, you didn't get your nickname for nothing. So I don't know how well like Browns, but their fan base is global. They have Browns backers clubs literally all over the world.
I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, literally all over the world, from the UK all the way up to Canada. This question actually comes from the president of the Ottawa Browns backers up in Canada. He asked, what was your best college moment, and what do you think you bring to the Browns secondary?
My best college moment, I would probably say winning the national championship with the University of West Florida. So that was a huge accomplishment. I actually got my ring beside me because I was just wearing it. But yeah, that was a huge accomplishment. Just going there my first year in and becoming the team captain and ending up winning the championship was a huge moment. And the thing that I say I bring to the Browns is probably just, like I said before, being able to be that player that had that chip on his shoulder, that's willing to get on whatever you put them on and make a play. I feel like whoever in front of me, they got to come with it. Because I'm willing to bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to put in all the work off the field and on the field to make it happen on special teams for sure.
Awesome. I actually wanted to go back to your, the national championship in college and you being a team captain. First year on the team, coming to a team that had just won the national championship, correct?
No, they had just went, but they lost.
They lost. Okay. But a team that, had been to the big game and it's your first year on the team and you managed to become a captain first year. How did you do that? And how did you inspire the guys to vote for you to be a captain your first year on a team like that?
I think I just came in with, the mentality of, showing everybody what I can do, just proving myself as far on the field. I wasn't too much vocal because I felt like they already had those guys that were vocal that was already there previously. So just coming in, putting in the hard work and showing everybody that during practice, I'm going full speed during practice. You got to beat me during practice. I treat practice like a game. So just seeing me putting in that work and coming to practice with all that mentality and all that energy, they're like, hey, this is a guy that I want to play beside me. This is somebody that I feel like I can trust when it comes down to the last play. So it kind of helped me out.
That's awesome. You get me kind of fired up to do the rest of this podcast. That's awesome. So then what would you say is your biggest strength in the secondary, which I guess you've kind of touched on this already. And then is there anything you're looking to focus on improving in your game as you're heading into the offseason program with the Browns?
Yeah, I think my strength would probably be getting to the ball. I feel like I pride myself on getting to the ball and being around the ball and also tackling. I feel like I'm a relentless tackler. Like I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that tackle. And as far as weakness, I think I need to work on as far as just pad level when backpedaling, coming out of breaks, those type of things, just small things that are technique things that I can learn from the guys that are already there. They could teach me some small tips that'll help somebody like myself, being a taller guy and coming out of breaks, being in the back pedal. So those are some things that I need to work on.
I was going to say, tackling's been huge as far as the defense for the Browns, at least the last couple seasons. Everybody they bring in seems to be, pretty good at tackling. So with you having that trait down pat, being the hitman, it's pretty good for you.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be awesome.
All right, man. So I'm gonna go away from some football questions for you, man. I'm gonna make it real easy. So the first thing, what are you listening to, man? What's in the iPod, or like what's music you listen to in the locker room when you're ready to just get hyped up or anything like that?
A hyped up song I'll probably play is probably "Vice Versa" by Pastor Troy.
Okay.
Rapper out of Georgia. Yeah.
Okay.
That gets me fired up. Or I'm gonna listen to some Lil Boosie.
Okay.
Lil Boosie gonna get me fired up. Yeah, that's probably what I'm listening to before a game.
Okay. And then I guess the other thing I was going to ask about, man, so you got the Hitman nickname. They got a Hitman game series. What are you playing on? Xbox, PlayStation? What games you playing? Are you doing any gaming at all?
Yeah, I play on P5. I used to play Warzone with a lot of my friends, a lot of my teammates and stuff. So we be on Warzone a lot.
That's a Blake Reneker thing right there.
I'm going to have to get your gamer tag, man. I love that Warzone life.
Right.
Yeah, the only other question outside of football that I was just curious is, like, are you a superhero fan? Do you do the Marvel, DC kind of movies, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm big on movies. I watch a lot of different movies in Marvel, and my mom loved Marvel.
Oh, yeah. Well, who's your favorite? Which one's your favorite?
My favorite got to be Superman.
Okay.
Man, you know, I just feel like he's the one that's like really has superpowers. You know, when it comes down. So yeah, Superman just was always super cool to me, and I used to always watch him with my mom. And I think back then my favorite was like X-Men. I used to love he had the coming out the fist. I'm like, he's amazing. So I used to love that.
I just checked out that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie the other day. So if you haven't had it, you got to check that out. It's pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to go see Morbius that just came out.
Okay. Yeah, it's a different universe too. I'm interested to see how it all ties in.
Definitely.
But awesome, man. Well, hey, we don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got a busy schedule, workouts, all that good stuff. Yep. Again, we really appreciate you being here with us. First ever player interview on the Dawgs podcast. You helped make history for us. Good luck making the Browns team this year. We're super excited to watch you throughout camp and everything. And no matter what happens, you got 3 lifelong fans here at the Dawgs podcast.
Yeah, I'm rooting big time for you, man. You sound like you have a really good head on your shoulders. You keep saying you're blessed in your position, man. And I'm rooting for you. You got a fan, man. You got 3 of them.
Thank you so much. I got to get my mom on the podcast.
Yeah, bring her on.
Yeah, come on the podcast.
Yeah, come on. Look, she's like, nah.
Showbiz ain't for everybody.
Hey, how we doing? What's up, Mom?
Happy Mother's Day. Happy late Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations.
Yeah, I got my girlfriend sitting right here too. She ain't gonna get in the camera.
Oh, no. That sounds like my wife, man. My wife is not getting on the camera either.
No.
Yeah, she's like, But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much.
Good luck, man. For real. That's awesome, bro.
Yep. Yeah, and you have a great day. And again, well, maybe if we're up at training camp, we'll bump into you.
Yes, sir. Y'all be blessed. Thank you.
You too, man. Thank you.